it's not about US, it's not about Ukraine, it's not about EU, it's about Russia not agreeing to any kind of conditions for now. So we regard the development in the last few days as constructive. Just have to maintain, the level of actions that we have had. Transatlantic unity, first of all, support for Ukraine, weakening Russia, and making sure ourselves that we as NATO and EU are strong in defense, deterrence and security.
Europe has been very clear. Any discussion around the EU must include the EU and must obviously be agreed by the EU. But I think the soundings yesterday certainly and the feedback very much is that this is a step in the right direction. Of course, we can't lose sight of the fact that there cannot be any agreement without Ukraine being front and centre. There cannot be any agreement where land is taken or ceded by force, and we have to ensure that the security not just of Ukraine but of the EU as a whole, that is protected in any agreement moving forward. But I do welcome the discussions, and I think certainly there were very positive discussions that took place, and we hope that will continue today.
I think this setting, an informal lunch among ministers and them, is a very, very nice setting for discussions. There have been obstacles, it's obvious for everybody, but I think it is important to look forward and remind everybody that US and Europe will lose a lot if we do not, combine forces.
Good morning. We cannot be in the permanent fixing phase. We have to have the normal agreement on steel and aluminium and work on it. We have to implement swiftly what was agreed back in August, and that is what I'm really looking into. And then we have to prioritize our tasks. And of course, the very urgent one is to build the strategy and right decisions on pushing back China's offensive economic policies, coercive policies, absolutely unfair control of exports of rare earth and other goods that are needed for our industries. If we are not doing this, we will be lost, be it here in Europe or be it within the transatlantic community. So this is the time right now to push back on China and do it together with American friends.
Good morning. I think today it's not about negotiations. This is about the stock-taking exercise, and I think this is also about the political assessment of the EU-US bilateral relations. Therefore, I'm glad that the first official visit of both Secretary Latting and Ambassador Greer is taking place today, where we have all 27 trade ministers today. So the whole lunch would be devoted to these discussions. We want to discuss economic cooperation, but also discussions on how to take on global overcapacity and all the elements linked with economic security in the critical, including critical raw materials. I'm very late. I'm sorry.